Bonjour à tous. So please take a pen and paper. Be ready to take some notes and to ask questions. You teach you some questions at the end of these lessons if there are still things that you're not quite sure about. So today we're going to talk about comparatives. And yes, it's in the plural form because there are more than one. Okay, so what is it used for? Well, it's used to compare at least two things, okay? So obviously it's going to be more than, plus que, less than, moins que, and as much as, autant que, or aussi, okay? Now, it's important to understand that some comparisons are going to express ideas about quality. That's going to be with adjectives and adverbs mainly. And others are going to compare quantity. That's going to be with nouns and verbs. Okay, so we're going to look at that in more details now. So let's observe. Let's observe the first few sentences. On dit que le bac est plus facile maintenant qu'avant. Numéro 2, cet élève travaille moins sérieusement que celui-ci. Numéro 3, cette école a plus d'élèves que celle-ci. Numéro 4, cette école coûte autant que celle-là. So have a quick look at these sentences, these four sentences, and try to define which sentence uses a verb, an adverb, an adjective, and a noun. So take a couple of seconds, maybe now, to look at these sentences and try to see which ones of the four sentences use a verb, an adverb, an adjective, a noun. You can pause if you want to, but I'm going to continue. Okay, so there we go. So, on dit que le bac est plus facile maintenant qu'avant. Facile is an adjective, okay? It describes the word bac, which is baccalaureate in French. Numéro 2, sérieusement. You know, it's the MENT kind of word. It's an adverb, okay? The equivalent to ly words in English. Number 3 is a noun, okay? Élève. And number 4 is a verb. Okay, you can see that there's nothing after autant. Okay. Now, you can see as well, you can observe that all of these sentences have at least two elements. Plus que, moins que, plus que, or autant que. Okay, so it's really important to see that there are two elements. Just like in English, more, less, as much as, than. Okay, so as long as you're well aware of that, and you need to have these two elements in each of your sentences. So if we want to recap a little bit, when we use an adjective, we have to use plus for more, moins for less, aussi for as much, and then QU after that. With an adverb, it's the same. With a noun, I really would like to attract your attention to the fact that we need plus de, moins de, autant de. These de will turn into D apostrophe in front of a vowel, just like élève, okay? Plus d'élèves, moins d'élèves, autant d'élèves, okay? D apostrophe. And then for the verb, it's going to be plus, moins, and autant, not aussi, okay? So be careful here that you're using the correct word. Be careful. Okay, you can sometimes have a comparison without the second thing being mentioned. So, for instance, she works better. Elle travaille mieux. It could be, imply that she's working better than before. Okay, his grades are better this year. Ses notes sont meilleures cette année. It's implied that his grades are better than last year. So it's not always mentioned. It's sometimes the comparative is sometimes implied. Okay, there are some irregulars, but there's not that many. It's just the same as English, actually. Okay, in English, the well, which is an adverb, actually, which means bien in French, and good, bon, have the same comparative, better, but not in French. Okay, so you need to be very careful here. So bon becomes meilleur, bonne, meilleure, bon, meilleur, and bonne, meilleure. Remember, it's just like in English, we don't say more good, okay? We just say better. Bien, however, becomes mieux, and there's no feminine or masculine. Bien is an adverb, so it doesn't have any gender. Okay, so be very careful here. Okay, let's have a look at bad. Okay, mauvais becomes pire or plus mauvais. Okay, so it depends on the sentence basically. If it's too long, some sentence, if the adjective is too long and things like that, it can become too heavy. So we use pire or plus mauvais, either. Be careful with the comparative. De petit can be plus petit or moindre. Okay, so think about an example. No, I can't think of an example right now. It will come back to me later. C'est le moindre problème. S'il y a le moindre problème, contactez-moi. If there's the slightest, the smallest problem, please contact me. Okay, le moindre problème. Okay. You've got the example here, so I forgot about that. Cette école a eu un succès moindre que prévu au bac. Less of a success in the baccalaureate. Okay. So here we go. Now it's your turn. Please try to translate these sentences. I gave you a few clues for the most difficult sentences. Pause the video now. Do the exercise in your book, and you can mark it afterwards in the next slide. Okay, so pause now. Okay, here we are with the corrections. So my best friend has worked harder than me on this test. I'll give you a couple of translations possible. Okay. Ma meilleure amie a travaillé plus dur que moi pour cette évaluation, or ma meilleure amie a plus travaillé que moi pour cette évaluation. Both are absolutely correct. J'ai eu plus de chance que lui dans les examens. Okay, plus de, it's quantity here. Okay. J'ai étudié autant de matières qu'elle. Matière is a noun, so we need autant de. J'ai révisé les sciences autant que les maths, as much as. Okay. He's likely, il a moins de chances de rentrer à Harvard que ses amis. He's less likely to get into Harvard than his friends. Okay. Numéro 6, en français, nous avons étudié moins de vocabulaire que de grammaire. Tu travailles mieux que moi. Je le trouve mieux avec les cheveux courts. Elle est meilleure en sport. Ce prof est pire ou plus mauvais que celui que j'avais l'an dernier. So I think we've covered everything. I hope you find that useful. Please do remember to ask your teacher some questions if there's still stuff that isn't clear. Okay, I have put here some of the sources that I have used to help me build this PowerPoint. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Merci. Au revoir.